Good morning. It's February 7th and time for Proverbs 7. Let's jump over there. This is not a very long one today, and he tells a story, so let's get into it. My child or my son, remember what I say and never forget what I tell you to do. Do what I say and you will live. Be as careful to follow my teaching as you are to protect your eyes. Keep my teaching with you all the time. Write it on your heart. Treat wisdom as your sister and insight as your closest friend. They will keep you away from other men's wives, from women with seductive words. Okay. Okay. Now this is a story that he told. I don't know if he actually saw this. I mean, he may have, but it sounds more like an object lesson to me, or a parable. Once I was looking out the window of my house, and I saw many inexperienced young men, but noticed one foolish fellow in particular. He was walking along the street near the corner where a certain woman lived. He was passing near her house in the evening after it was dark. And then she met him. She was dressed like a prostitute and was making plans. She was a bold and shameless woman who always walked the streets or stood waiting at a corner, sometimes in the streets, sometimes in the marketplace. She threw her arms around the young man and kissed him, looked him straight in the eye and said, "I made my offerings today and have the meat from the sacrifices. So I came out looking for you. I wanted to find you, and here you are. I've covered my bed with sheets of colored linen from Egypt. I've perfumed it with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come on, let's make love all night long. We'll be happy in each other's arms. My husband isn't home. He's on a long trip. He took plenty of money with him, and he won't be back for 2 weeks." It said till the new moon over here, I believe. Yeah. At the full moon, he will come home. So she tempted him with her charms, and he gave in to her smooth talk. Suddenly he was going with her like an ox on the way to be slaughtered, like a deer prancing into a trap, where an arrow would pierce its heart. He was like a bird going to a net. He did not know that his life was in danger. Now then, sons, listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let such a woman win your heart. Do not go wandering after her. She has been the ruin of many men and caused the death of too many to count. If you go to her house, you are on the way to the world of the dead, or Sheol, it says over here. It is a shortcut to death. So, there you have it. And, yeah. Her house is the way to Sheol, descending to the chambers of death. And nobody didn't even highlight anything in here. See? And you got to understand, back then, women, I mean, they didn't have a lot of rights. They basically belonged to the men, and their job was to take care of the man and to take care of the house. And when the man wasn't around, and once the house was clean, they got bored. Okay? And, obviously the Proverbs 31 woman's been around for a long time, and she was busy all the time, making her husband proud. But they're not all like that. Back then they didn't have a lot to keep them busy, so they would get lonely, I say. And he talks about them. I guess it must have been a prevalent problem back then, because he talks about it a lot. So, there you go. That's Proverbs 7. Very short and sweet. Like I said, we didn't even highlight anything in here today. Stay away from other men's wives. That's the object lesson for 7. Don't let such a woman win your heart. And they do. So, and there are men that are just as bad, okay? So let's not just pick on women. But it's an object lesson. Stay out of trouble. Like I said yesterday, drink water from your own well. So, there you have it. Stay tuned later today. We're still going through Exodus. We should be finished with that before too long. We left Moses up on the mountain with God, and the people down at the base of the mountain to their own devices. So we'll see what they do. But that's later. Till next time, remember, be humble. See you next time.